Hey there, it's Mike. I'm the Director of Sales for Beltran Properties Group at eXp Realty, and it's my monthly Christmas. I get the new market action data, and I love numbers, so let's see what happened. I always go straight to inventory, and we're at 1.5 months of inventory. We have not had this low of inventory since May of 2017, and there was only 1 month that had that low of inventory. 2016 only had 4 months that was that number or below. That is ridiculously low. In March of 2018, we had 1.6. So let's look at some of the numbers here. Pending sales are down 3.5% year to date, which is not that much really when you look at everything that happened. Closed sales are down 6.4. That's in line with what I've been seeing. Average price is up 2.6%. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but to go up $12,000 is a lot in this market. I think one thing that's helped is interest rates are so ridiculously low. They're lowest they've ever been. So what really people care about is their payment. It's not so much the price, and I think that applies here. Market time, I'm kind of surprised it jumped up a little bit with such little inventory, but what that may account for is some people are overpricing their homes, and so it took them a few weeks to get down to the price that people felt comfortable putting an offer in. When a house is new on the market right now, most people are just not going to do an offer if they don't agree with the price because they're just not expecting the seller to take it. Closed sales in May, we had 1,900, and June, 2,700. There's really some pent-up demand. This, I find, is just too hard to read for this. Well, now I say that. Pending sales are down 13.8%. year over year for Lake Oswego, 10% for West Portland, down 8% for Northwest Washington. And then, yeah, it's a lot in those numbers. Gresham, Troutdale up. Wow, Hillsborough, Forest Grove up 16% for the amount of pendings. And that's something else we're starting to see is people are looking to move outside of the area. A lot of people are like, well, if I don't have to go into work all the time, maybe I'll be somewhere else I want to be. I heard Montana, their average price went from something like $232 to $260 or $270 within a couple of months. They're seeing a lot of out-of-towners. A lot of people have kind of looked and said, do I really want to be here for whatever life is throwing at us in the future? And we had people who had 1, 2, 3, 5-year plans, and they've moved them up because like, nope, this is not where I want to be. And I think we just kind of get complacent, like, one day, and then, dude, right now, why not do it right now? So that's what we're seeing. Let's go look at pendings or residential listings. Wow. Active residential listings are below 2019, and we're not that far above January. There are not that many listings on the market, and this is why we are seeing multiple offers. What we're not seeing is crazy prices. So I mentioned that 4 months had similar inventory in 2016. 2016, we were seeing offers that were going 20, 30, 100,000 above list price. I'm just not hearing those reports. I'm still seeing multiple offers. I'm just not seeing people go as crazy. Prices are higher than they were in 2016. So I think maybe that's what's kind of allowing things to stretch on a little bit. But man, there is some demand out there. And here, let's see, new listings, and we're just not catching up on listings very well. We're way behind as far as to keep up with this market. So as long as this inventory stays low, I just don't see a reason that prices would change that much. Low inventory and low interest rates are big factors. And look at these pending sales. They've been saying that there's a lot of pent-up demand, and this is really showing it here. I mean, that's just ridiculous. But if you were to take May and kind of use it as a pivot point and spin it, that would still get it close to kind of evening out. So if you've been seeing my numbers, I've been tracking the daily pendings. I show that up on Beltran Properties Facebook page every once in a while, about once a week. I also am tracking the 7-day number as far as pendings, solds, and listings. And for a while, pendings have been overtaking listings, and this just shows it here that we are just way behind and why our inventory is so low. So, and then last thing, market time is in line, and we're still just creeping up here. It's interesting. We're having a little trouble breaking that 475 mark. And I think I could see that kind of holding true. It'll be interesting. I think luxury is having a little bit more of a problem. They're not going as fast as they were before, and that's going to keep the average price from going up too much. So there's a quick market action report. If you want to know more about your local neighborhood, if you want to know about specific area, specific city, because this is, this is that macro view. When it comes to selling your home, buying a home, it's more about that micro view. That's very important. If you want to know about that, message me, message Jamie, message one of the agents on the team, and they're going to give you much more insightful micro views of everything. All right. Thanks for joining. See ya.